Hello everybody and welcome to Free Personality Test, Nearest Type Explorer. So we are going to be taking this test and discovering what kind of personality I could have. You know? You know what? It would be a good idea to download a mouse type and then have a different mouse. Anyway. You make friends easily. If someone talks to me, I can. What it means to lead a good life is a question that you return to again and again. No. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Oh, yeah. I usually don't, but I feel like I tear up, which I guess counts, but whatever. You always do your best to prepare for potential obstacles in advance. Yes, kind of. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. No, I will cry. At social events, you rarely try to meet new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Of course. Concrete facts and details, not theories and ideas, are what stick to your memory. No, I like theories and ideas. You are very sentimental. Excuse me. I do feel nostalgic a lot, so yeah. There are usually certain specific ways you like to do things. Yeah, kind of. I don't like trying new ways to do things, basically. If I was taught a way, I prefer to do it that way. So, yeah. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yes! You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. No. I won't even talk to one of my friends, unless they could, come up to me. Discussing various interpretations and analysis of a work of art is really not that interesting to you. Yeah, I find a lot of things super duper boring, You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Kind of both, to be totally honest. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. It's gonna be like the mental age test. We're going with answer number 1. Even when you plan a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. Yeah, very much so. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. No, I always worry about that. You enjoy participating in group activities. No. Unless they're with my friends, so I guess I could change. No, remember, we leave it at the first one. You like books and movies that make you work to figure out what they are really about. Actually, no, because we should have this more accurate. You like books and movies that make you really... No, I like it being straightforward. You do your best to take what others feel... You do your best to take others' feelings into account when deciding something. Yes. Unless it's super duper serious. Why is this still here? Why didn't I close it out? Unless it's a super serious issue where they're just not listening to me and they're endangering themselves. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Sometimes I like to do that. I prefer to, but I don't. That's why it's still in a disagree. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yeah, kind of. I usually just think of how it's gonna, what's gonna happen. And then when it's actually happening, I'm like, this is gonna happen next and blah, blah. So I guess, yeah, that. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Most definitely. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. I am a very artistic person. I draw a lot, thank you. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. No, but people do need to be more rational than they are now. Right? How are people now? I don't know. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Oh, yes. Over summer, oh my god, it was awful for me. I would not let myself do literally anything until I had the whole house vacuumed and the litter boxes cleaned and all that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't eat until I had everything done. It would only take an hour, so I would wake up at 12 and then do all of that, and yeah. Your mood can change very quickly. No, not really. Frequent alone time is a necessity for you. Yes, I love being by myself, but I also love I like texting more than actually being in person with somebody. Or there's only a couple people I would be okay calling. There's one person that I hate calling. I don't like calling them. You like hearing different perspectives on social or political issues. I don't like hearing really any social or political issues. You'd rather work with a competent person than a nice one. No, I like nice people. Competent people will make me cry. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yeah, your emotions control you more than you control them. No, I have no idea. That one's hard. That one's a toughie. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Nope, I like being alone. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Kind of. Depends on what we're talking about. Yeah. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Yes! You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. You rarely second guess the choices you made. Oh no, I second guess them all the time. I second guess everything I say. Everything I look at, I'm like, why did I look at that? Like, in my 5th period, I always tend to look straight ahead, which I got really good about that, but I didn't look straight ahead. And when I look straight ahead, there's a kid that is on the left of, like, when I look straight ahead, he's on the left. And, I guess he's not a kid because we're all almost adults now, but we knew each other in middle school, and we were close because of our best friend. Like, we had a mutual best friend. And we don't talk anymore because that best friend, me and her had a falling out, but we're friends again. But we had a falling out because of me. It was entirely my fault. And then towards the end of the year, we kind of were together. Me and him were never like on rocky anything. We never really talked to each other anyway, unless she was around. But yeah. So it's kind of awkward because I feel like he doesn't like me at all. So when I look up and like I like to look around at the people that are like sitting in front of me because I just like looking at things because I have a hard time paying attention. So I just kind of look around, and every time like I look around, I make eye contact with him or somebody else. I'm like, oh god, they think I'm an idiot, and I feel like I look terrifying to people. Like, I feel like people look at me and they're like, oh, she's not very friendly. I'm like, but I am. I'm friendly. I just don't talk. Because, I don't know.
Photo. No.
Hi.
Okay.
So, anyway, let's continue. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No! I don't like people very much. At least not a lot of people. I'm okay with like a majority of my classes because the only ones I don't like are like algebra. I don't like my accounting class just because of the teacher. I don't really like my first period class because of the people and the teacher, which is my first period is English with Miss Green. And then I don't like 7th period as much. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't really like 8th period, which is choir. I don't really like my 6th period because the people in there. The teacher's fine, but yeah. I like my 9th period, but I don't like the people in there. The girls, at least. Besides the ones that I sit with, because those are super nice, and the girls that are like at the table in front, and the girl at the table behind us, and blah blah blah. Anyway, you often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Never. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No, actually. Why is my dad calling me?
A few moments later.
Anyway, you like to have a to-do list for each day. No, but I would like to have one, but I don't have one. And I can never ever make one and stick to it. You rarely feel insecure. No, I always feel insecure. You can spend entire weekends all by yourself without feeling bored. Yes. But also, okay, back on this, you rarely feel insecure. Just because I feel insecure does not mean that is why I am no longer face. Okay? That's not at all the reason. Technically, right now, it's just a test. This is a test. You spend time and effort trying to understand views and positions that are very different from your own. Yes, depending on the views. You often talk about your feelings and emotions. Yes, but I'm not going to do that anymore. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. No. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yes. Like, long ago. Like, I could have made Like, mistakes from when I was in elementary school. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. No. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Well, I guess technically, actually, yeah. No. Because sometimes I'll say something, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and one of my friends will be like, oh, can I do that with you? And I'm like, oh, frick yeah, man. You take great care not to make people feel foolish when you're explaining something. I don't take great care because I don't realize that I'm making them feel like an idiot sometimes, but I do try to, because not everybody's going to know how to do everything, and not everybody's going to understand everything. Some people are just slow. I'm slow, so it's like, you got to understand yourself. You got to understand people. You got to understand people that aren't like you, Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Yeah. Exactly that. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. Yes, you would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes, like YouTube. That's exactly why I'm doing this. You're always curious about why something happened the way it did. Yeah, I always wonder about, is there a different reality where that didn't happen? Are there different realities where, an option that I didn't even know was an option happened, You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Sometimes, but again, with the face, it could just be how their face rests. But, sometimes they just have a really strong feeling about them that they are upset. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I skip over steps sometimes, a majority of the time. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes, baby, yes! You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. I love my quiet, intimate places. You prefer art that has a clear message or meaning rather than art that is vague and open to interpretation. Yes, but the ones that are vague and open to interpretation, I can often be like, oh, well, it could be a murder or something. I don't know. Mystery. Oh, I don't mean to do that. If you think your actions might upset others, you are very careful to assess whether they are worth it. Yeah, I guess. You struggle with deadlines? No, not really, but also yes. You feel confident that things will work out for you? No. I am a famale. Oh, adventurer. ISFPT. I am 92% introverted. I think I'm actually 100% extroverted. 55% observant, 83% feeling, 64% prospecting, 88% turbulent. Wow. Wow. Ooh. Lana Del Rey, Jungkook. Who? I don't think I said that right. I'm sorry. And Frida Kahlo. Why? Don't be mean. Britney Spears? Michael Jackson! I'm sorry. I love Michael Jackson. Beatrix Kiddo. Is that a character? Yeah. Okay, these are characters. Why does she have the Fantastic Four thing on there? Yowen, I don't know who that is. Kate Austin, Lost. Jesse Pinkman, Claire Littleton, Hugo Reyes Hurley, Thea Queen, or Tia, I don't know. Remy Hadley, 13. Edith Crawley, Downton Abbey. Huh. Well, now, you guys should all go and, let's go, how do I, up here. Yeah. You go here, you go to 16personalities.com, and you take the test, and then you tell me which one of the guys, doodads you've gotten. I got this one before, the mediator. The first time I ever took it, I got the mediator. But now I've gotten the adventurer 3 times in a row. So, Tiki Adventurer. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, And I will see you in the next video. Bye! I love you. Mwah!
Everything changes.